So today the Packers had another OTA that was actually open to the media. The past few practices have not been open to the media, which is why we haven't had any kind of updates. So luckily for us fans today, we do have some information onto how Jordan Love was looking today at practice. So I want to go over lots of these different updates. So first off, looking at the players who were present. Last week, a few guys who did not practice who were there this week. We have David Bakhtiari was present, Preston Smith, Dallin Levitt, and Elton Jenkins were back this week, which is awesome to hear. I think best case scenario is to have every single player present at OTAs, but obviously some guys don't want to show up and want to do their own thing. Then the other guys who were not present at today's practice at least, this is just for today. I don't know if these other players were there previous days, but just for today, not there. We have Jair was not there once again, Jair Alexander. Keyshawn Nixon was not present. Rasul Douglas was not present. And then Jonathan Garvin also not present. And then 4 guys didn't practice, maybe because of injury. Not exactly sure why. Likely injury. We have Tucker Kraft, tight end, Dontavian Wicks, Jake Hansen, and Grant Dubose, wide receiver. So then we have from Matt Schneidman, starting O-line and positional drills. Bakhtiari, left tackle, Elton Jenkins, left guard, center Josh Myers, right guard John Runyon, then right tackle Zach Tom. So that looks pretty similar to, I think, what it could look like, this line, entering the 2023 season. We already know left tackle, left guard solidified with Bakhtiari and Elton Jenkins. Center is potentially up for grabs. We heard that from offensive coordinator Adam Stenavich in the past few weeks. Sort of center, right guard, and right tackle, there's some kind of competition there. We'll see if Josh Myers can hold his own at center. And then we have right guard. If Runyon didn't start at right guard, maybe Zach Tom could. But the fact that they put Zach Tom in first, maybe he's ahead of Josh Nijman when it comes to that right tackle competition. But apparently as well, I saw from Wes Hodquist, Packers reporter, that Zach Tom and Josh Nijman were switching back and forth at right tackle. Then here we have from Andy Herman saying it's OTAs, there's no pads, it means next to nothing. We all remember DJ Williams. But Luke Musgrave looks fantastic today. Quick, soft hands, body control, over-the-shoulder catch deep down the field. He's been as advertised. That is great news as a Packers fan. Packers, of course, drafting Luke Musgrave in the second round. We lost some tight ends this offseason in Robert Tonyan going to the Bears. Mercedes Lewis no longer on the roster. And so to bring in a guy who's like 6'6", like Musgrave, super athletic, super high RAS score, there is lots of potential there. So it's good to see that he's actually making some nice plays at practice. Then hear from Andy Herman, Packers starters and team. Jordan Love, Aaron Jones we have at wide receiver. Jaden Reed, Romeo Doubs, Christian Watson, then tight end Josiah DeGuara, and then the starting O-line, Caleb Jones at left tackle, Elton Jenkins, left guard, Josh Myers, center, Runyon Jr., right guard, and then Zach Tom, right tackle. So Caleb Jones was an undrafted free agent, I believe, from last year. He's pretty tall. I can't remember his exact height, but he's a very large tackle. I think like 6'8", 6'9". He's super tall. Can't remember exactly how tall. But to look at the receiver group, I feel like this is the group we'll see when the season starts. Watson and Dobbs on the outside, and then Jaden Reed on the inside, second-round receiver. He's got lots of speed, quickness, and I'm going to put out a highlight video from the different videos on Twitter. There's a couple highlights of Jaden Reed, Luke Musgrave, Christian Watson, Jordan Love. If you want to see that, feel free to subscribe, and I'll be out with that probably an hour or so after this video is posted. Now moving on to another tweet from Andy Herman. We have here Lucas Van Ness with a gorgeous rush on Josh Nijman. Legit teach tape stuff. Played the run off play action, ripped through the tackle, exploded to the QB. Fun stuff. So Luke Musgrave, first round pick, looking really nice, looking explosive, as I think many of us would expect considering he is such a high draft pick, number 13 overall. The Packers clearly put a ton of investment into Lucas Van Ness in round 1, and I think even in his first season, he should be able to do some damage, hopefully. Then here we have about this, we have some information on Jordan Love. So first off, here's the defense he was facing. So not the most elite defense. We have Colby Wooden on the D-line, TJ Slayton, Kenny Clark, and we have Hollins there at outside linebacker, Quay Walker, Campbell at middle linebacker, then Smith, Preston Smith on the outside. Then at cornerback, Ballantyne and Shamar John Charles. And then at safety, Savage and Ford. So a few starters in there, but lots of non-starters, and Wooden, I mean, he could potentially at some point, but Wyatt is not in there. Not sure why. Lucas Van Ness not quite in that lineup yet. And then here we have all the different plays that Jordan Love participated in from what I saw on Twitter. So today, instead of showing play-by-play, I created this entire image of every single Jordan Love play. I think it'll be easier. I'm just going to read through this and then give my thoughts after. I think it'll go a lot quicker. And if you'd like to, you can pause this, read all this yourself. So here it is. I added this on Photoshop so we can have a clear idea here. So I'm going to read from the left down and then onto the right side and down. So first off here, Andy Herman says, nice quick hit pass from Love to Dobbs off the quick play action fake and gun. Rogers ran that play so well. Love stepping right in where 12 left off. Next throw, Love is wide to Dillon in the flat off play action. Andy Herman. Love fires in a double coverage deep down the field to Dobbs. Ball hangs a bit, and Savage comes down with the fairly easy pick. Ryan Wood. Jordan Love showing some willingness to hit the check down. Misses A.J. Dillon to the right side, but good vision to target his open RB in the flat. Just connected with Aaron Jones on the left side. Andy Herman. Corey Ballantyne should have had a pick six of Love in coverage versus Reed, but the ball bounces off his hands. Not an ideal play as a Packers fan all the way around. Next play is false start by Caleb Jones. Ryan Wood. Jordan Love with his best throw of the day. Rifles it to Luke Musgrave some 20 yards over the middle against Tarvarius Moore. Musgrave continues to impress with his size. Andy Herman. Love finding some rhythm. Back-to-back completions to Toure and Reed on what looked like slant routes. Andy Herman. Packers connecting on the slants today. Love to Dobbs in 2-minute drill. Now DeGuara with a catch over the middle. Love to Dobbs on a nice out route. Perfect timing from 10 stops the clock. Andy Herman. Love had Jaden Reed for a touchdown in 2 minutes on a deep corner route, but ball is overthrow. Love still working on timing with young receivers. Andy Herman. Love hits Dobbs in stride over the middle. Drive continues. Then Musgrave gets his second catch on the drive. Offense moving. Andy Herman. Heck of a fading away awkward arm angle throw from Love to Dobbs for a completion. Looks like that'll do it for practice today. And then here to sum up the entire day for Love from Rob Domofsky, ESPN. It says, for the day, Love was 15 of 21 with an interception. Darnell Savage got him on a deep ball attempt to Dobbs. Also had another nearly picked off by Corey Ballantyne. So overall in the day, it seemed to be I'd say, an up and down day for Love. Threw one interception to Darnell Savage. Basically threw another if Ballantyne would have held onto the ball. A few nice plays to a few of his receivers. So it's sort of, I think, a little, as I said, up and down right now. I don't think that we can expect Love to already be at the top of his game, considering it's one of the first few weeks of team practices, playing against defense. It'd be nice to maybe see less interceptions, less overthrows, but I feel like that's something that hopefully will get worked out as he builds this chemistry with the receivers, and as we get further in the offseason, we'll see if these things can get cleaned up. So not a perfect day from Jordan Love. Some nice plays, as I said, but still definitely has some things to work on. But those are all of the updates for today. If you guys want to see the highlights later, feel free to subscribe, turn on the notifications so you get notified the second I put out that video. But that is all I have for this one. I appreciate you guys watching as always, and I'll see you guys next time.